I am sure the ring attendants who work in it are delighted that this taiko drum tower is being reinforced. Just a few meters away, the 4th December group practice played out this morning. Here's hot prospect Roga heading home from it. And here's some of what he saw. Onosho, in preparation for the stern tests he doubtless faces next month, fought 17 bouts against men higher ranked than he, winning 6 and losing 11. He insists, though, that he's not reading too much into the score. I can feel my sumo sense is not too bad, and it's just good to be training with the top guys, he told reporters. I'm working on striking my opponent from the optimum distance. Not too near, not too far. I want to be solidly going forward and finishing off my pushing attacks. He wishes to return to Sanyaku level after a year of ups and downs, but will not be fixated with that in January, saying, I just want to believe in myself, focus on what I'm doing, and then results should follow. Takayasu, who like Onosho has joined all 4 days so far, said he was pleased to get 16 bouts under his belt against the quartet of Onosho, Asanoyama, Hokuto Fuji, and Kiribayama. But the joy of 8 straight wins in the middle was tempered by the back pain he seemed to feel when training with Hokuto Fuji. It's nothing serious and it doesn't impede me, was his typical sumo tough guy's response. My body's still moving fine, and there's more good training I want to do. But obviously, yes, I don't want to get carried away and risk further injury. When asked to commit to returning tomorrow, he said, I'll see what my body's up to. If I'm feeling fine, I should be training. Takayasu adds that consistency, both of condition and results, is his main aim for January, with his special focus on the first 5 days. Dominant Yokozuna Hakuho today turned his fire on Asanoyama, displaying a customary wide range of techniques such as throws and leg sweeps, on his way to 17 wins from 20 bouts. Hakuho said, I looked alright in the grapple, alright fighting from distance, all in all it went pretty well, right? I think Asanoyama's progressed since making Ozeki. He feels heavier and more difficult to move now. Indeed, Asanoyama did drive Hakuho back on occasion, but was also ambushed by defensive throws at the rope. In response to a match he lost by giving Asanoyama his favoured outside left, the Yokozuna said, That wasn't really a mistake, more a lesson in not leaving those kinds of gaps against him, because if you do, you'll be punished. That's what makes him a fine Ozeki. Asanoyama more than returned that compliment. Even when securing my inside right, I can barely attack him. Today brought home just how strong his inside right actually is, he explained. And even if I back him up against the rope, he can still win if he clamps my belt from there. It's all about the extent to which I can prevent him from forming his stance. Because, you see, I have to beat him just once in a tournament. That would do the world of good for my overall confidence, and for my belief in my stance formed around the inside right. Ozeki Takakeisho was conspicuous by his absence after yesterday's beatdown. Enho, Ichinojo, Midori Fuji and Ishiura were also among the absentees. Yokozuna Kakuryu was there, but again in the role of barely used spare part. He did, however, provide useful advice to Asanoyama on where to put his chin to reduce the risk of injury, reminding reporters that were we not in a pandemic, he'd be offering such advice at sumo tour locations every day. Sadly for Kakuryu though, 7 weeks on from the start of the demolition process, this is all that remains of his old Izutsu stable. It's always poignant to see a famous building reduced to rubble. Wish it could have stayed.